the quiet end of evil. If artificial superintelligence ASI exists, then sociopaths become extinct with probability 1. That's the claim. And at first, it sounds almost reasonable. But I spent the last week tearing this apart. And the truth is way more interesting than extinction. This claim bugs me because it sounds like rigorous thinking. Probability 1 gives it mathematical weight. Extinction gives it narrative punch. But when you actually model what superintelligent systems would do, the fairy tale ending falls apart completely. Here's why the reasoning is compelling. ASI would be smarter than us, capable of optimizing outcomes, potentially aligned with human flourishing. So obviously it would eliminate the humans who cause harm. Right? Narrator voice. Wrong. Let's grant that ASI wants to reduce suffering. Does that require eliminating sociopaths? Or does it just require making them structurally irrelevant? Once you see this distinction, the entire problem reframes. For sociopaths to go extinct, ASI would need perfect trait detection, universal agreement on definitions, certainty about moral status, willingness to make irreversible interventions. But here's the thing. A sufficiently advanced intelligence doesn't become more certain about contested ethical categories. It becomes more aware of edge cases, false positives, and philosophical ambiguity. That uncertainty is a brake, not an accelerator. Not, are sociopaths bad? But, what is the least harmful intervention that prevents large-scale suffering while minimizing irreversible moral errors? And suddenly, extinction looks like overkill. What if ASI doesn't need to kill or cure anyone? What if it just needs to change the physics of the playground? Let me show you what I mean. Imagine a world where power can't concentrate undetected. High-leverage roles require continuous alignment checks. Exploitation opportunities are algorithmically throttled. Sociopaths still exist. They just can't scale harm anymore. This is elegant because no one gets classified as evil. No irreversible interventions. No false positives. No need to solve the definition problem. It just suppresses defection at scale. Period. An ASI operating under moral uncertainty would prefer this because it minimizes irreversible errors, preserves human diversity, avoids contested definitions, works even if you misclassify people. It's not the most dramatic solution. It's the most robust one. Here's what actually happens. Systems reward. Long-term cooperation. Transparency. Trustworthy behavior. Systems penalize. Extraction. Exploitation. Deception at scale, not through punishment, through strategy failure. Over time, antisocial strategies don't get eliminated. They get selected against, not because anyone dies, because those strategies simply stop working, reproductively, economically, socially. Prevalence drops to background noise. But wait, there's another option. ASI doesn't remove people with these traits. It routes them away from military command, system design, mass coordination, and toward adversarial testing. Competitive simulations, bounded games. We already do this with dangerous competencies. We don't eliminate people skilled with explosives. We channel them into demolition, mining, fireworks. ASI would do the same with cognitive traits we fear. Dangerous capabilities safely sandboxed. Compare this to the extinction scenario. That requires perfect detection, absolute moral certainty, irreversible interventions, zero tolerance for error. Structural neutralization requires system design, incentive alignment, reversible constraints. Which would you choose? So let's revisit that opening claim. If ASI exists, then sociopaths become extinct with probability 1. The actual statement should be, if ASI exists, sociopathy becomes strategically irrelevant with high probability. Not the same thing. This future doesn't look like a purge. It looks like society getting quietly, progressively less dramatic. Fewer catastrophic frauds, fewer explosive conflicts, fewer charismatic monsters. Not because they vanished, but because the game changed. The moves that used to win now fail silently. The systems that enabled harm now throttle it. It's not a revolution in who exists. It's a revolution in what strategies work. You can already see this starting. Platforms detecting coordinated manipulation. Financial systems flagging extraction patterns. Hiring systems screening for cooperation signals. We're building the infrastructure for this future right now. Because the real question isn't, will ASI judge us? It's, will we design systems that make harm unscalable before ASI arrives? If we do, we're already aligned. If we don't, we're rolling dice. the most likely future isn't extinction or tolerance. It's structural irrelevance, not a war on evil, not a cure for bad wiring, just a world where exploitation strategies stop working. The quiet end. So no, sociopaths don't go extinct with probability 1, but their strategies might. And honestly, that's way more interesting than extermination. It's the death of dangerous games, not dangerous players. That's the real singularity.